Today, we're going to be talking about, are you willing to let go of beliefs? So the things that we are currently thinking are creating our current results. So if we want to get different results, we want to change the way that we're thinking. But oftentimes, our brain actually wants to argue to keep the belief that's getting us the result that we currently have. And so I want you to think about this example. So let's say that you had this belief that achieving your goal is really hard. But there's this idea that we could think that it's easier than we actually expect. But what oftentimes will happen is our brain's like, no, it is hard because, and it has these long list of reasons. I've never done it before. I don't know how. This is so confusing. I'm overwhelmed. I'll never be able to figure it out. And it wants to argue to keep the belief that this is hard, even though if we were believing that it was easy, we would figure out ways that it was easier, and then it would make it more likely that we would achieve our goal. So I want you to notice, where is your brain trying to argue to keep a belief that we really don't even want? And then from there, what I like to do is just start to question it. And I like to just have a little fun with it. I'm like, well, maybe it could be easier. How could that happen? Maybe it doesn't have to be that hard. How could that be true? Maybe I'm wrong about this. Like, I really just like to play in this land of maybe. Like, I'm not trying to ask my brain to go from this is really hard to this is easy. I like to ask my brain, well, maybe it could be a little different. So I like to bring into this kind of middle ground where I can just play around with, like, okay, you know what? It might be a little hard. It might be easy. What is easy about it? Like, how can I start to build evidence for that without going from like hard to easy? So I want you to figure out, what is the belief that you have that your brain wants to argue to keep that you really don't even want, and then start to play in this land of maybe. How can I start to figure out how this could maybe not be true? Maybe this other thing is true. Maybe there's other possibilities, and just start to see what comes up and practice this so that you can start building that new belief. We all know it takes taking action to actually achieve our goals. But what some of us don't know is how to actually get ourselves to do that, especially when our brain is trying to avoid something, when it doesn't want to do it, when we just keep starting and stopping and we don't understand why. You're going to want to get access to this video. This video is going to cover exactly why you aren't taking action, but also what to do about it. Like, what solutions can I use to help my brain actually want to take more action instead of just avoid it? So if you're ready for that, go to successbykayla.com to sign up and get instant access to the Why You Aren't Taking Action video.